Hey, Grant Cardone, and welcome to the Cardone Zone. Every Monday I come to you to talk about your money, your finances, your business, how to get from where you are to where you want to be. And today I'm going to show you how to do a deal with no money down. That's absolutely no money down. We're coming out of our real estate club. If you don't know what that is, 3 times a year we do a large real estate conference here in Miami. And then twice a year, we come back and out of the club that comes to our summit, our 3-day summit, educating people how to buy real estate, find real estate, fund it, how to do it with no money down or money down. Out of that, what we do is support that group over the period of a year with weekly meetings. Every Wednesday we meet for a call, we discuss deals, we underwrite them, and we put people together to actually do deals. Twice a year, and this is the event we just finished doing, twice a year, what I do is I do a pitch your deal live conference. It's 2 days. We do this 4 times a year, but twice a year, people in the club get to either come to Miami or to Arizona and pitch their deal. This weekend, we pitched some deals, and some of these deals were done with no money down. In fact, I'm going to show you a deal today, $3.3 million. It's a $3.3 million deal, okay? What did Brad and those guys have for a down payment? I think they had like $30,000 or, can you find out what Brad had down on that deal? It was very, very little, okay? And he got $1.2 million of funding, debt of $2.1 million done while we were in, what did he say, Annie? We had the debt secured this weekend. Oh, he put $120,000 down. But actually, it wasn't even needed. He could actually do this deal with less than that because out of that room, we funded $1.2 million in down payments. Now, what you guys don't know about this deal is, I think that's 40 units. 40 units. I'm going to show you how much money they're going to make on this with virtually no money down, okay? And Brad, where did Brad's money come from?
Where'd your money come from?
Did he borrow some of that money? Okay. Okay. And I believe if they execute on this as I think they can, I think they're going to generate, thank you. I think they're going to generate 0.05. I think they're going to generate a profit. They're going to get their 1.2 back and 1.2, almost $2 million of profit with virtually no money down. Now, I'm going to show you how to do that today. Folks, you can call in 305-865-8668. You don't have to belong to our club to call in every Monday. I'll help you every way I can. I'll help you. Last week, we talked about depreciation, how to use it to get your tax bill to zero. If you haven't seen that show, go back and watch that show. One of the most powerful shows I've ever done on how you can use depreciation, vitamin D, to get your earned income tax bill from your other job, how you can use real estate over here in this second job, your second hustle, to actually reduce your tax bill on your primary hustle. That show you can find at gctv.com, gctv.com. We archive all my Cardone Zone shows there all the way back for the last, how many years, Nathan? 3 or 4 years, okay? So all that content's available for free. And each week we give you a link for a training if you want to dig in deeper and learn how to find a deal. Like this group called me on a Monday show, showed me this deal in Arkansas. Show them the deal, Johnny. This deal was called in. These people happened to be part of my club. We discussed it 2 days later on my real estate in my real estate club, and we fully funded that deal this weekend. 40 units will be their first deal ever. First deal these people have ever done is a 40-unit deal. So how do you do a deal with no money down? That's what we're discussing today. If you want more information on how to do that, what's the website for the free training, guys? Is it grantcardone.com/REI? grantcardone.com/REI. Okay, how do you do a deal with no money down? Okay, well, what you could do is you could find a 4-unit deal. Let's say that deal is $400,000, okay? Typically, that's going to take $100,000 in down payment to buy it, and then you're going to fund $300,000, okay? Now, there's a couple ways to do that. Either you find a guy, an owner-seller to do what's called a carry, okay? and he would carry the paper on this, and you would basically say, look, this is what I'll do. The property's worth 400 grand. You guys agree on a price. I'm going to pay you $420,000. I'm going to pay you $20,000 to carry $100,000 worth of paper for me. That means I'm paying you 20%. 20%. This is just creative financing. So you're going to go to a guy that's a seller, right? He's a seller, or maybe he's not on the market, but he's owned the property for a long time. Typically, the characteristics of this seller is I've owned the property for a long time. It's probably paid for, and he's owned it for probably, 25 or 30 years. His cost basis is zero. He's owned it so long that the income that he's gotten from it with his tax forms, the claims he makes annually to the IRS that he has to make, has a cost basis on his property of zero. So his cost basis is zero. This is the ideal seller, owner-seller carry. His cost basis now is zero because of the time that he has owned the property. He could own it 15 years, 20 years. He paid $28,000 for this property 25 years ago. Okay, that's what you're looking for. You're looking for this guy. Now, I don't love this 4-unit deal because you can only make so much money in it, but you got to start somewhere, right? So my people with my club, they start on 40 units, not 4 units, because we 10x everything. You want to start on 4 units? This is how you would do the deal. You'd be like, sir, your property's worth 400 grand. Tell you what I'd like to do. I want to buy your property, okay? I could go to the bank, I could put 100 grand down and finance 300,000. The deal is going to get a loan, no question. It's going to get a loan. Even if you have bad credit, no experience, you can still get a loan on a 4-unit deal where the payment, where the rent is $800 a month, because that's $3,200 a month, and that will pay the $1,650 payment due to the bank easily, right? So times 2, okay? So you got plenty of income to support this debt right here. This would be the debt on this deal. I would go to the seller and say, Sam the seller, hey Sam, I got a better idea. Rather than me making the bank rich, why don't I make you richer? Okay, I'm listening. How about I do this? I give you $420,000. I give you a $20,000 premium. Okay, I'm going to pay you $420,000. I'll pay you $420 for the property. I'm just making this up. Okay. You finance $300,000. I owe you $120. Rather than me giving you 400 grand, I give you 420. Okay. You carry the paper for 5 years. At the end of 5 years, in the year 2037, you just carry the paper. Actually, we could even do a lease with an option to purchase. That way you don't even have to pay taxes today. Because he's got a problem over here. His tax basis is zero. If he collects 400 grand, he's going to owe taxes, capital gains on that, 20%. You covered his 20% right here by giving him an extra 20 grand. He's not going to like, he's an old timer. He's not going to like paying 80 grand here. He's got $80,000 due in taxes. So what I would tell him is, look, let's delay the sale to 2037. We'll finalize it somewhere between now and then. Between today and 2037, I can take you out for this 420 grand any point I want. Okay, any point I want. I take the property over, I manage it myself. And this is what you're going to do with this property. The property the rent's $800 a month, and you're going to take these rents, you're going to find a property where you can increase the rents to $1,000. Pretty easy to do, by the way, because this guy's making a lot of money right now at $800. These rents might be $550 right now. These rents could be, watch this. Let's just take that example. Let's say these rents are $550 a month. And he's owned it so long that you got to understand $550 times 4. He's earning $2,200 a month every month. He's got no basis in this property. He doesn't do anything. He doesn't fix it. He doesn't take care of anything. They pay the electric, the gas, the water, and he just leaves them alone. The tenants stay there. It's so cheap. They're like, I'm not leaving and I'm not complaining, because the rents are only $550, but they should be $1,000. I come in, I take over the property. I'm the new sheriff. I take the rents to $1,000. Watch what that does. That's $450. And then we'll take callers, 305-865-8668, 305-865-8668. I showed a guy how to do this weekend at our club. If you want to join our club and you're serious about real estate, you want to find other investors. That club that we do is about putting people together for debt and cash. Not everybody has the cash to do a deal, including me. Okay? Let's see. 450 times 4 times 12 divided by 0.06. Okay? The property has an increased value of $360,000. Not a big deal. Okay? Not a big deal. Watch this. $360,000. Let me just write this big. That's an increased value because I did this little trickery-rickery with the rents. I got the rents to the market. When the rents get to market, I could do that. Remember, in 2037, I got to take this guy out. I've paid nothing for the property. I gave him a premium, an insane premium, $420, not $400. He said it was worth $400. I said, I'll give you another 20 grand, carry the paper. Between now and 2037, I can take you out. If I miss a payment, if I screw up, if I do anything, okay, you take the property back. Maybe you give him 5 grand or 10 grand. Maybe you give him the title to your car. I don't know. Give him something to make him feel secure enough that you're not going to screw up here. You got to know your pitch. You got to know what to say. That's why you guys need to get trained. Put the link down below, grantcardone.com/REI. You guys watching on YouTube right now, just throw the link in there so other people can see it. Completely free training, grantcardone.com/REI. For all you guys that are like, oh, this is all bullshit. I saw a guy throwing that in the chat the last week. You know, this is all bullshit, Daniel. Why are you watching? No, why are you watching? Why are you watching when I'm sitting here educating people every Monday on how to make some money? Check it out. Now watch what happens. You see this 360 right here? This 360 is an increased value called forced appreciation. We force the appreciation by raising the rents. When rents go up in commercial real estate, or multifamily in this case, residential multifamily, when the rents go up, the value of the property goes up. We paid $420, we still owe him that, and we increased the value of the property $360. Watch what happens. $420, because I owe him that, that's what I said I would do. He had no clue I could raise the rents this much. If he had known that, he would have not sold me the property. $780,000. Okay? I'm going to go to the bank and say, hey, banker, my rents are $1,000 a month. Okay? I've been managing this property for 14 months, not 5 years. I did this in 14 months. I did it in 8 months. Here's my income on the property. You need to bring a trailing 3 with you at least, preferably a trailing 3 months, trailing 6 months to show the bank, hey, this property is actually functioning. I have renters, I have leases. I have 2-year leases right now at $3,000 or $1,000 a month. My expenses on the property, let's see, what is this, 780? Oh yeah, the new value of the property is $780,000. I need a loan, watch this, no money down, folks, times, hey, I need a loan for 75% of the value of the property, okay? I need a loan for $585. That's my loan that you're gonna ask the bank for. I need a loan for $585. They're gonna be like, yeah, we can do that. Done, no problem, okay? You're gonna pay back the seller $420. That's what you promised him. And you're gonna walk away with $165,000 in cashola. You put no money down. Within 14 months, you had a check for $165. This is not about how to buy with no money down. This is how to buy a deal with creativity and walk away with some cash. 305-865-8668. 305-865-8668. My friends in our club did this on a $3.3 million deal. Got the deal under contract. Got it under contract with a blank check. Not a blank check, but a check basically for 50 grand. That's no good. The check's not even good. The check's not cashable. It's not, nobody needs it right now. We secured this deal with a check for 50 grand. We'll write a check for 50 grand. You can't cash it until we get a PSA done, until we get our due diligence done, at which point you can then cash the check. That check just sits there. Okay? We have control of a $3.3 million deal. It's 40 units, and we think the rents can go up $200 a month. If they go up $200 a month, it's in Conway, Arkansas. It's $600 rents right now. 600 goes to 800. How many think the rents can go from 600 to 800? Please, come on. 200 times 40 times 12 divided by 0.06 is $1.6 million in new profit. I believe we'll put a short-term loan on this, and I believe we'll go back to the banks within 18 months and say the property's worth $4.9 million. Could you give me a loan for 75%? They're going to get a loan for $3,675,000. I'm so excited about this deal, I'm helping them on it. $3.6,775,000. What did I pay for it? 3.3. They walk away with $375,000 in their pocket, and they own the property with no money down, okay? We raised the money. I don't know if we have the clip from this weekend. The money for this deal, how long did it take to raise that money, Johnny? Let me hear that pretty Johnny the camera guy voice of yours.
Dude, it took like...
Maybe we can get Brad to call in today. 305-865-8668. 305-865-8668. How long did it take to raise that money?
Like 5 minutes.
5 minutes. 100 grand, 100 grand, 400 grand, 200 grand, bing, bing, bing. I think we raised more than we did, okay? All right, 305-865-8668. We do this show every week, folks. If you've missed our past shows, how to find deals, buy deals, fund deals, raise money, what you're looking for, okay? Why 4 units? Why 8 units? Why 12? What markets are good? How to get debt? How to improve your credit? How to increase your net worth? If you want to know any of that stuff, GrantCardoneTV.com. All the shows are archived there. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, I come live every Monday. Hit the subscribe button, the bell, wherever it is. Hit that bell, and you'll get a notification that I'm going live. And maybe you can call in. Maybe we'll do for you what we did for Brad on this deal in Conway, Arkansas. Let's talk to our callers. Let's go.
You got Rich in North Carolina.
Hey, Rich, what's going on, buddy?
Hey, Uncle G.
Yo, you got a deal? You got a deal or you got a question?
I had a deal that I showed you last week in North Carolina.
Yep.
And you were also grilling me about getting my MBA. Hey, I want to partner with you on that deal, and man, I'll drop out of my master's program tomorrow.
Yeah. What deal is that?
It was 320 West 11th Street, Silver City.
Yeah, okay. So, but why are you calling today? We got a deal, or you want to drop out of school?
I want to drop out of school to get this deal and partner with you.
Yeah. How much money you got to put in the deal?
Couple $1,000.
Ooh! Where's the deal at again? Give me the address.
320 West 11th Street, Silver City.
Alexis?
No, 320 West 11th Street.
Well, why didn't you say that the first time? Oh, yeah.
North Carolina.
Okay. North Carolina, huh?
I showed you this thing last week.
I don't remember last week, bro. I can't even remember what I did yesterday. I don't even know who won the damn between LA and who was the other team playing? I know LA won.
49ers.
Yeah, that's right. 49ers, they just can't close, man. Their quarterback is just not a closer. What's the cat's name?
Jimmy Garoppolo.
Jimmy, forgot his name too, because he can't close. Okay, is this in Siler City?
Yes, sir.
Okay, you want to do this deal with 2,000? How many units are here?
72.
72. Man, I made money on a 72 unit deal before. Oh, good looking deal too. $8 million. You got $2,000 to put down. What I got to come up with the other $2 million?
Yes, sir.
You're so generous.
Grant, I'm willing to drop out of my MBA tomorrow.
I don't even know what that means, drop out of an MBA.
Exactly.
Master bullshit artist? What is an MBA anyway? Master Bullshit Artist?
I've been thinking about what you said. I think you're right.
Okay, this is a B property. Price per unit's $111,000 a unit. What's the location like?
It's good. It's like 30 minutes away from Greensboro, right next to a highway. Solid.
Yeah, cap rate's sick, by the way. Price per unit's good. 3 stories. What we got to do, bro, what we got to do is, how do you make money, man? How do you make money? You're going to school, you're learning a bunch of stuff that won't even be relevant in the next 3 years. What are you going to school for?
I'm getting my master's in business.
Your master's in business. So what does that make you, like a master what?
Nothing.
Bader?
Master nothing.
Master business? Bader? What does that make you anyway? Master what?
You're right, Grant.
I mean, if you were going to be a doctor, dude, or you're going to freaking take rockets to the moon, and you're going to be a nuclear scientist, right, Johnny? I mean, what do you think, Johnny?
Dude, I think you got to get it figured out before you can figure anything out.
Yeah. It's just a damn shame to me. Like, everybody worries about scams and getting taken advantage of. And they're like the most educated people in the world. Typically, the more educated people are, the more they worry about a scam. Because they already been scammed so many times.
Grant.
Come on.
You can fly out.
How old are you, bro? How old are you?
I'm turning 23 next week.
23 years old,
Grant,
man. Okay,
Grant,
so
you
this...
can fly out to my school, and we'll make the best YouTube video you've ever had about a college student dropping out of his master's program to be a real estate investor.
Yeah, okay, that sounds like a great idea. Well, let me tell you, what are the rents on this deal? Do you know?
The average rent is $645.
Okay, so these rents are $645. If somebody could do this deal, let's say we could raise the rents $50 a month. He says it's a nice property. I don't know if it is. It was built in 2005. Can't be that bad. Okay, so let's say we could raise the rents. The rents are $645 right now?
Yeah.
Yeah, the rents are $645. Let's say we could add $50.
Well, wait. I don't know. You tell me, because right now it says that the 1 bedrooms are $720 and the 2 bedrooms are $820, but that doesn't average out to $645.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't.
That's $770.
Yeah. Okay. So what are the average rents?
I'm gonna say $770.
You don't know though.
Well, the $645, that doesn't sound right to me.
Have you been to the property?
It says the 1 bedrooms are $720.
Have you been to the property?
I'm sorry?
Have you been to the property?
No, I haven't.
Well, goddamn, bro. You call in here twice and you hadn't been to the damn property. Where do you live?
Right now I'm at school in Virginia.
Yeah, okay. Well, how'd you run into this property?
I just was looking for deals.
Yeah. Okay. Well, look, if it's on LoopNet, it's already gone to, basically this is purgatory, okay? This is where all deals go to die. The property is 100% occupied. If I believe this, if I believe that it's 100% occupied, let me just call this guy right now. 305-865-8668. This is what I do every week, folks. I take my valuable time and share it with you guys and see if I can help you guys find deals in your market. I'm calling Lino right now.
Oh, it's Lino.
Hey, Lino. How you doing? Grant Cardone.
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
Good, my friend. Good. Hey, where are you today? Are you in
I'm in Tulare, California today. How about you?
How'd you get this listing on this deal in North Carolina? You're in California.
Which one? Which one?
320. How many you got in North Carolina?
Oh, I've got a few that are in escrow that we're working on.
Dude, that's awesome. Well, I want the one. I'm talking about the Siler City, the 72 unit deal.
Yeah, that one went under contract last week. We have, a willing buyer, of course, a willing seller at this point. So we're moving forward on that one.
Oh, so has he gone hard already?
Yes, he has.
Okay. All right. Okay. When are you going to take it down?
Yeah, he's assuming this. There's an existing loan on that property,
Uh-huh.
and he's assuming that loan and paying the difference.
Oh, wow.
That's in the
What was
process.
what was the loan on that deal? Just curious.
The balance is about $4,125,000,
Uh-huh.
and he's paying the difference
Okay.
between the purchase price and that.
Yeah, I got it. Hey, do you have anything else in the Carolinas that's for sale right now?
I've got stuff I'm working on. I don't have it all tidied up, but I am working on it. You know, that's where I'm at with some of that stuff.
Yeah. Okay. What'd y'all end up selling it for?
Right at the asking price.
Okay.
It's a pretty clean deal. It's a nice, clean property. There's additional building path on the property to build another 36 units.
Uh-huh.
So it's, you know, the gentleman who's buying it is out of Charlotte. He's got some properties in that whole area there, so he wanted to add to his portfolio.
Yeah. Do you, what were the average rents there? Do you know? I couldn't see it on the sheet.
Yeah, average rents there about $750, $800.
Okay, got it. You think
Potential to go higher.
how much you think they can be raised there?
The 2 bedrooms can go to $950. The 1 bedrooms can go to $850.
Yeah, $50 or so, huh?
It's a little more.
Yeah.
Right
Okay.
now,
Hey, well, keep.
$850 is the 2 bedroom.
Yeah, keep my number if you know of anything this size or bigger. I own a company
You
called
sent me a couple of emails in the past.
maybe CardoneCapital.com.
Grant Cardone, right?
That's right.
Okay.
Hey, thanks a lot.
And
Appreciate it.
Is your phone? What's your email address, Grant?
Yeah, it's just you'll see it. I sent you an email before.
Okay.
Okay, thanks.
All right, sir.
Thanks. Okay, so this is $50, 200, how many? 72 units. 0, 10. What is that? 50 units, 70. Shit, I watched too much football yesterday. What is that? $50? 50. That's $3,600 extra income per month times 12. By the way, it was a 7.5 cap before the rent increase, which means I'm going to get probably a 10 or 11% return on my money. So 3,600 times, what is this, $41,000? 3,600 times 12. I'm sorry, $43,200. Okay, divide that by the cap rate, 6. That guy's gonna make $720,000 on this deal. Above what he paid.
Hey, Uncle G.
Okay? Yo, bro, you gotta, like, you guys that wanna buy real estate and go to school, if you're gonna do that, go to school and then go shop that real estate. You should have been on this deal 2 weeks ago.
Yeah. Is
Okay.
it done? Is it sold?
Because now somebody else is gonna make money on that deal.
Yeah.
Okay, so you get to keep your $2,000. What you should do, bro, is you should join our real estate club, GrantCardone.com. Have you watched the free training yet?
Is it like the 5-hour?
Yeah,
training?
yeah.
Yeah, I watched it.
Yeah, you ought to watch it again. GrantCardone.com/REI. It's free, okay? Everybody can have that. GrantCardone.com/REI. They're going to keep it live for free between now and give them 24 hours to grab it. Go grab the link, download it, watch that video. If you've already seen it, your next thing to do is either go buy a deal or join our club. GrantCardone.com/club. GrantCardone.com/club. Oh, Brad. Okay, this is Brad. This is the guy I did this deal with this weekend. Brad, what's going on, buddy?
What's up, Grant?
Come on, man. Hey, so Brad, tell me, I got you on live right now. Tell me, just go through the specifics of the deal, where it was, when it was, etc.
Cool, man. So we found this deal probably about 2 weeks ago and joined the club, the REI club, in December, which was a great decision. We found this deal, presented it. Everybody loved it, including GC himself, and we got it under contract for $3.3 million. And I saw you going through the numbers earlier, but they're actually a little better. We're going to be able to raise the rents conservatively still.
How many units again, Brad?
40 units.
40 units. Okay. And what do you think? What are the rents right now?
The rents right now are an average of $740.
Okay. And it's in Conway, Arkansas, right?
Correct.
Okay. And then you think you can raise the rents from 740 to 940 easily?
1040 actually, because we've got 3-bedroom, 2 baths in there as well.
Okay. And what is it? The 40's what? 2 bedrooms and 3s, or is there some 1-bedrooms in there as well?
There's 32 2-2s, and there's 8 3-2s.
Okay.
And we want to raise those up to $985 for the 2-bedroom, 2 bath,
Okay.
and to $1,095 for the 3-2.
So you think you get another $200 or a little more a month?
It comes out to 300 even.
300 times 40 times 12. And do you think you need to spend money to do that?
Yeah, we're going to use some CapEx on some of the units. I mean, they're only 9 years old. We could probably get away with a 150 or 200 raise as is.
Okay.
But we are gonna fix some of them up.
Okay. So if you do if you do the 300, best case scenario, you do the 300, and if you could keep the entire 300 per unit, because the place is already operating with expenses now, you would increase the value. What do you think you increase the value of the property?
So that would give us $144,000 new top line revenue, since our expenses don't go up with that. It's just top line revenue. And at a 4.7 cap, that's what we bought it at. That would give us just under 3.1 million value add on the property.
Yeah, yeah. So, and I did it. I got a $2.4 million increase in the value. So talk to me about, how did you do this with? You wrote a check for 50 grand. Has that check been written yet?
Nope. Our purchase and sale agreement's being drawn up right now.
Okay, so you got this under contract, a letter of intent, which costs nothing. What was that, a week ago?
Yeah.
Okay, and because Brad's involved in the deal, I got my team on this deal. We made a call. There was 3 people. You just want to walk through all that, how many buyers there were?
Yeah, so there was a lot of interest in this deal. There was probably, I know there was 11 people that made it to best and final. And then at that point, we got on a call. We had 3 sellers brokers on the call, and we had 3 people representing the seller. And then it was Ryan Secco and I on the call. And I believe Carlos was on there too. And Ryan just knocked it out of the park.
Yeah. Back to me, guys. Okay, and then so we put a letter of intent in. And we got it under contract for $3.3 million. Once we get our PSA done, which is the purchase and sale agreement, the letter of intent, we hadn't put money in yet. Once we get the purchase and sale agreement, at which point does the $50,000 become a risk?
Right after we get the purchase and sale agreement in, then we're 50 grand hard on this.
Yeah,
when we sign that agreement.
Yeah, yeah. What's the downside of this deal?
There's not a lot of downside, to be honest. I mean, it's, student housing could be considered a downside. It's a half a mile from Central Arkansas University, walking distance to the football stadium. But we will get full 12-month rents or 12-month leases. Yeah. So it's hard to say what's really a downside on the deal. I mean,
$82,500 a door. It's $82,500 a door. For everybody listening, you've heard me talk about the 1% rule. If the rent per month is 1% of the purchase price per door, I always say buy the whole neighborhood. Don't just buy that deal, buy the neighborhood. So what are your rents right now?
Rents right now are $685 on the 2-bedroom and $795 on the 3-bedroom.
So it's just a tad under that 1%. We think that it gets them back to that 1% rule, which means all lights are green. We just got to be sure we can get debt. We have time to ensure that we get debt. Have you guys done any investigation in what the debt looks like on this $3.3 million deal?
Yeah, we definitely have. Being in the REI club, there's a couple guys in there, Robert and George, that we can talk to, work through the debt. We actually figured this debt at 70% loan to value, just because it's in student housing, and sometimes lenders will knock down your loan to value on that, but we still think we can get 75. But yeah, we've looked at the numbers on the debt. We're looking at about 3.8%, and we're figuring that at a 30-year amortization, and we have a debt coverage ratio of 1.2 at that point.
Yeah, and I think the way the deal works is I think you're going to get an 80% loan on this property. By the way, the 80% doesn't bother me because of his entry price. I think he needs to raise Brad and his wife don't have any money to put in this deal, by the way, just so you know. This show today is about no money down, buying deals with no money down. Or have you guys decided to put money down on the deal, Brad?
We're putting down 120.
Okay, so I think the deal gets done with 80%. Personally, 80% loan. That means at 3.3, they need $660,000. You have 120. That's their choice to put 120 down. They don't have to put that much down. How much money was raised in the grantcardone.com/club?
Wow, that was quite an experience. In about 5 minutes, we raised probably over $2.3 million in soft commitments.
So you raised 4 times the money that you needed in the room. So if you didn't want to put your 120 down, Brad, you could do this deal with no money down. Is that right?
Yeah, that's correct. And we're just also going to utilize that to build future relationships and go to the next deal.
So even if the lender comes back and says, hey, we'll only give you guys 75%, 2.4, let's say 2.5 million, it's 2.75. He only needs 800 grand. What did y'all end up raising? 2 point what?
That's about 2.4.
2.4 million. He raised 3 times that. So even if half the people decide not to do it, it's going to happen. Okay, tell them about the club. Tell people about the club, Brad, since you're in it.
Okay, so this real estate club, it's probably like the 4th or 5th one I've been in, but doesn't compare at all. It's leaps and bounds over. Within 30 days of being in the club, I'm under contract with my first deal. I've got Grant Cardone as a partner, and we have everybody wanting to work with us within the club. There's lenders, there's people with equity. I mean, if you're serious about piercing into the multifamily space, you got to be in the club, man. It's hard enough alone. If you get in the club and work as a team, this club makes it happen. Made it happen for me.
Look, real estate's about the deal, then it's about the debt, then it's about the investors. Where does the money come in to do the deal? Brad, thanks for being here. Tell your wife hello, all right?
All right, thanks, Grant.
Thanks. So that deal happened. Their life is going to be changed on that one deal. If they change the rent $200 like we think they can, if it gets better than that, great. Times 40 times 12 divided by 0.06 even, they're going to make $1.6 million for themselves and their investors. If you cut that in half, okay, they make 800 grand, which is what their down payment is. That means they would make 100% of their money in 14 months. It's pretty good. That's not just me doing it. Like, why you spend time doing the club? Because I want to show you guys, this isn't about me just making money in real estate. Brad, that you don't know, hadn't met yet, he can do it too. There's about 200 people in our club, by the way. It's not free. That club's $75,000 a year. I think it's on sale right now for 25 grand, grantcardone.com/club. It allows you one large 3-day summit in Miami. There's a massive audience, big audience, about 1,000 people, all coming to learn about real estate and network, learn how to network to get deals. And then we support you with 2 more pitch your deal live presentations where we're together. One's in Miami, one's in Austin. We do 4 of those a year. You're entitled to 2 of them. So it's 3 live workshops and pitch your deal. And plus we meet every single Wednesday of the month. You meet with my team to pitch a deal, to connect, to network, and to underwrite your deals and figure out if you got synergies with the rest of the group to fund deals. We're funding deals, buying deals, underwriting deals, and we're even telling you, this deal sucks, you're not ready to do this deal, it's a terrible market, whatever, okay? Let's talk to our next caller. No money down, no money down, and no money down. Those deals are still real today, right now, right here.
We got Jasper in Las Vegas.
Jasper, what's going on in the LV to 702?
The deal. We got a deal.
You got a deal? You got a deal? Give me the address.
It's 3 addresses. It's 106 110 and 114.
106,
Bonanza Road.
110.
It's downtown Las Vegas.
Give me that. Give me the city, the street.
East Bonanza Road.
East
110 East Bonanza Road, Las Vegas, Nevada. 89101.
East Bonanza Road.
It's right in front of that Circa.
Don't talk to me like
They
that.
just built that new Circa.
Don't be talking to me in that tone of voice. Okay, good. We got a little motel. We got a motel converted to an apartment building, right?
Right.
Is it one unit or two or more than one?
It's 34 units. It's 18 studios, 14 one bedroom, one bath, and 2 large studios.
2 large studios. Is this who lives in these, man? I'm thinking this is problematic, maybe.
I don't know. I would see if it's any good or if it's a go or not. They got 2 offers on it, they said, and I'm trying to see if we can make some money and if we can. Is it even worth it?
Yeah. Okay. Well, look, I don't love downtown Las Vegas. I just got to tell you, I got a little bias about it going in.
Right.
What are the rents? Where do you live? Where do you live, by the way?
I live like 15 minutes away, 20 minutes away from there, North
see?
Las Vegas,
Yeah, you've been there, right?
Centennial. Yeah, it's
Okay.
right there by the Circa, by the new casino that is built down there. It's
Okay.
walking distance from all the casinos.
Okay. Okay.
They got $750 for the studios, $800 for the large studio,
It's crazy.
$850 for the one bedroom, one bath.
Crazy, dude. Crazy. Okay, so this deal has a cap rate. You see where it says pro forma cap rate? That's not the real cap rate, okay?
I
So-
see one right here. It says 3.3%.
What's that?
It says 3.3% cap rate on the little listing or the one
Yeah,
they showed.
It's a 3.3 right now.
Right.
And you got to take it to a 5.9. So
That's a no-go.
nah, so yeah, dude, like I'm buying. Show them what I'm buying right now for a 3 point. Show them the last deal I did, the Las Olas deal or the.
I've seen it. You talking about the Arkansas one?
Yeah, that's a 3 and that was a 3.4 cap rate, but it's 26 floors, AAA amenities, AAA location, brand new asset. Like this thing's probably 70 years old.
Yeah, I think it's like a 60. It's old school.
Yeah. So they want $3.9 million. Deposits $50,000. Have you talked to this Ryan Thornton guy?
And I talked to some other guy, Alex, and I guess he talked to him, and he said they got 2 offers on it already.
Yeah.
and
How much money do you have,
can
man?
make something
How much
happen.
money do you have?
I mean, me and my family, we just gonna try to put in at least we got like at least 20 grand between both of us. He a truck driver and stuff, so he's putting majority. I just got like good credit, and
Yeah.
I got like 5 grand, and
So look, this deal is going to be really hard for you guys to pull off. All right. So let me just tell you why. There's $3.9 million. You know, traditionally, you got to set up a deal. Even when you're trying to buy a deal with no money down, you got to be like, what is the lender going to want for this deal? Because at some point, you're going to get a lender on the deal. So you're going to need at least $1 million to buy this deal. Okay, that finance is $2.9 million. This is going to be your debt. Now, you guys could go to that guy and just say, hey, I'll pay you $100 grand premium. Can you carry the loan for 2 years?
right.
I don't think he's going to do that. If Thornton's telling you, oh, we got 2 other offers right now, by the way, I would be willing to bet $500 of my own money he's lying.
Yeah, because it's been up there for a while.
Yeah, bro. They all say, I've never bought a deal that didn't have
Yeah.
anoth lender involved. Look at this.
That's been sitting there
This
for a
kind of
while.
looks good right here, though, bro. I was thinking the other thing that I was looking at was just strippers and junkies. But this was
Right.
looking kind of good right here. I kind of like this. By the way, I got nothing against strippers. The junkies are a little problematic, okay? People got to work.
And
They got to do what
did
they
a
got to
little
do.
renovation on it already, so.
Yeah, they
So
did the
they're trying to
renovation.
build it up.
When did it
But
trade?
like you say,
Hey, when did this? When did it trade last?
I'm not sure.
You need to find that out, man. I'll bet you this was bought in the last 2
Yeah, I
years.
can call the guy and find that out.
I'll bet they bought this thing in the last 2 years. They rehabbed it, and they're going to try to flip it and pick up. They're probably going to pick up $30,000 a door on this deal. You need to find that out, all right?
Okay.
Okay, I'll bet you they make $1 million on this deal on a flip. The reason I'm saying that, when do they buy it last, is because for you to do an owner finance, very creative seller finance exchange, you need somebody that's owned this property for a long time. You cannot go in with a guy that just bought 2 years ago. Thanks for calling in. 305-865-8668. I do this show every week for you guys, folks. Sometimes I wonder why I do it. I'm like, Johnny, why am I doing the show today?
Because it helps a lot of people.
Last year, we bought $1.2 billion worth of real estate. Okay? Last night, you see on my website at cardonecapital.com, what's our website? What's the email? What's the text for tonight's a private investor call?
I'm going
You
to
know what
find
it
it
is?
right now. I'm going to get it for you right now.
Okay, he's going to get it. Tonight we're going to do a call, but cardonecapital.com, you should go there to see the deals I've done. That portfolio is worth, it's got a value of at least this number. And last night I got a text from a guy. I should send this text to Johnny and have you read it, Johnny, so I'm not reading it, so people think I'm scamming. Johnny, can you come grab my phone, Johnny?
For sure. And the number for tonight's call is 305-407-0276.
No, Johnny, just send them a link. I need to send them a link. They got to register.
Okay. I'll put it in the description below.
Yeah, put it. We'll put it. And that's a live call tonight at 8 o'clock, Zoom call, to go over our entire portfolio and the performance of each of our properties, okay? Just read this from your phone, Johnny. That's Johnny. Here, Johnny, I'm giving you my phone, Johnny. The Magic Act, right? That's my phone, right, Johnny?
Yes, sir.
Please. Okay, that's my phone. Okay, don't say who that's from. So this portfolio is worth $4 billion. There's, I don't know, 36 properties in there, maybe 37 properties in there. And we're going to go over the performance with all our investors. We'll put the link in there. If you call Andres, he'll tell you what the link is right now. Go ahead, Johnny, read that.
So this says from Mr. Anonymous, let me write you a $5 billion with a B dollar check, take you public, and we grow it to $25 billion together. LFG.
That stands for let's fucking go. And I said that stands for let's effing grow, right? Let's
Brokers
grow.
coming to my office.
Say
Come
again?
on down.
Say again?
Brokers are coming to the office. Come on down.
Yeah. And then what's the next thing he says?
Imagine you handing over $1.5 billion in cash back to your investors. Then give you another $2 billion cash to go buy $10 billion.
That happened last night. What, you got a time on that, Johnny? Just so you can legitimize the craziness for the skeptics and the haters out there.
Yesterday,
By the way, all of
4
you out
p.m.
there that are hoping, like you hating on me, hoping I misstep, stump my feet, I take on too much whatever. It ain't gonna happen, guys. See, the thing about it's real when you read it, huh? The thing about multifamily real estate, it's got the highest Sharpe ratio score of any investment class in real estate. The higher the Sharpe score, by the way, the more stable the investment is. You should check out Sharpe scores. It is the most conservative investment class in the world today, in my judgment. And it cash flows, and it provides depreciation, and it is appreciating faster than any other real estate class out there. It is beating the REITs when you own real shares in a real asset. Show them what we're buying right now, this Colonnade deal. Like I got a deal right now. It's 387 units. You'll see it on our at cardonecapital.com. If you go to cardonecapital.com, you'll see a picture of it. Okay, it's an awful picture of it, by the way. And we think the rents on that beast are $400 too low. This is a situation where a guy's owned this thing for 15 years. He would not do the owner financing thing. We didn't need that. We actually got better debt from the market. We think the rents go up $155,000 per month times 12 equals $1.8 million a year, okay? Now, if I keep all of that, because we already have a property at 387 times 1,800 times 12, we have a property that already produces $8.5 million in income, okay? $4 million of that is expenses. So the property makes $4.5 million right now, okay? I'm giving you a deal that we're doing right now. This deal's already closed. I closed it in December. I closed it with debt. I wrote a check for, I think I wrote a check for $26 million on this deal. I think I'm going to make 6% cash flow, maybe 7% cash flow on the transaction the way it sits. But we're going to go raise the rents $400. Remember what we're doing right here? This is what we're looking for. This is our forced appreciation right here, $400. That will increase the cash flow of the property $155 a month. I'm already paying expenses of $4 million. So my expenses are paid for. When I raise the rents on a property, it doesn't cost me more money to do that. Maybe a little bit more, but let's assume I keep all this. Okay, $1.8 million. Remember, I put $26 million down to purchase the vehicle, to purchase the property, and I'm gonna exchange this. I'm gonna use a. Man, it's not fair for me to use a 4 cap because you can't buy this for a 4 cap. I'm gonna use a 3 cap. I can't help myself. Okay. $60 million in new value. This is new value. This is not what the property's worth. This is the property's increased value because of a $400 rent increase. Okay? $400 gets me $60 million. I put $26 million down. So I would literally get, let's see, what is that? 20 turns into 86. You understand that? This isn't 26 turned into 60. 26 turned into 86. 4x on my money. The faster I can do that, the better off I am. If I can do that in 18 months, I would 4x my money for our investors. Now, what we would probably do in this, we wouldn't sell this property, okay? 26 becomes 86, okay? That's cool. What we would do is we would add the 119, let's say 120 is what I paid for, plus 60. The property's worth 180. We would go get a new loan on it. 180 times 0.75 is $135 million. Our debt is 119 less 26. We owe $93 million, okay? We would get $42 million back. Watch this. I put $26 million down, and we would distribute $16 million to our investors at Cardone Capital. We would distribute $16 million. We'd pay everybody back their money and then give them back $16 million and still own the property. And that is how you create wealth. That is how you go for no money down. No money down happens sometimes not at the time of the deal, but 18 months or 24 months into the deal. Folks, I've been doing this for 35 years, okay? I've done this right here, I have done at least 11 times out of the 36 properties that I own. This is not a one and done. This is not a one-trick pony. I've done this multiple times. This is a non-taxable event right here. That's a non-taxable event right here. We still own the property. We now have a property that's worth $180 million. Okay, that's 1/8 of an 8 ball, as they say in the drug trade. Okay, and that's 1/8 of $1 billion, maybe a little more than that. Yeah, I think it's like, and a little weight. Okay, you're about you're on your way to a billy. Okay, and we own this now with no money down. Learn this game, folks. Please learn this game. Learn this game. Learn this real estate game. Why? Because it's real. This is not NFTs. It's not Bitcoins. All that stuff is cool. It's not gold and silver that you got to go dig up out of the ground and then dig another hole to put it back into the ground to keep it safe. This isn't cash that nobody trusts anymore. It's not the stock market that everybody says is due for maybe as much as a 50% correction, maybe a 75% correction because of the amount of debt in the marketplace. This is a real asset with positive cash flow, with great debt. Some of the lowest debt you can get on anything today is in this multifamily sector, and it's in an asset class that people need. I got to live somewhere. So my name is Grant Cardone. Every Monday I do this for you. If you want a deep dive training on this, if you're committed to learning this game, go to grantcardone.com/REI, grantcardone.com/REI. We'll keep that up until tomorrow night. Grab it, use it, share it if you want to. It's there for you. It's completely free. For those of you who want to get really super serious, hey, join our club. We have three more events this year that you can be part of. A summit, a 3-day summit, and 2 live in person where you get to bring your deal, pitch your deal. And also we meet every Wednesday starting 2 days from now. Every Wednesday, you get to introduce yourself at the club meeting. We do it at noon every Wednesday for 1 hour. Introduce deals, underwrite deals, talk about deals, and get people connecting and networking to do deals. Real estate is a people game. And the fact about real estate is you can like it or love it, you're going to live in it, and you're going to pay for it. You're either going to pay to live in it, or you're going to get paid to have other people live in it. There's no getting away from a real estate game. You do not have to buy crypto. You do not have to own gold. You do not have to buy stocks. But you need a place to live, to eat your food, drink your water, and to stay warm each night. So does your family. That's a 2,000-year-old story, maybe a 2 million-year-old story. And since Adam and Eve, when they got hooked up together and they said, let's go do it. After they bit that apple, okay, after they tasted the little, the sweetness of life.
The succulence.
After they bang, I guarantee you they're like, man, I need a place to live, okay? And then, oh, let's crawl up in this tree. Okay, well, that shit gets old when it's raining. My name's Grant Cardone. Thanks for joining today. God bless. Be great. And remember, peace, love, and cash flow.
Please, told her don't miss me. Ballin' like Houston, ayy, feeling like Whitney. I need a bag, bruh. Send it through quickly. I'm making his dog like I'm in the big leagues. Told him that I gotta go, dog. I'm riding the road, y'all. I think that I'm back in my bag now. So I need that go, y'all. Got hits when he throwing the fastball. Just too quick for it. Peeling off like the whip orange. Seen they effort, this piss poor. I got too